Public Affairs programming on WQPT is brought to you by the Sing Group at Merrill Lynch, serving the wealth management needs of clients in the region for over 25 years.
Funding the arts, Davenport changing the way it funds the Putnam Museum, and more than just bell ringing, how the Salvation Army is changing its mission in the cities. The Putnam Museum is a jewel. For the past 150 years, it has brought both history and the natural sciences to life for hundreds of thousands of visitors. But now the museum's funding is changing, and a big part of that involves the Quad Cities Cultural Trust. And joining us is the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Putnam Museum, Kim Findley, and the Executive Director of the Quad Cities Cultural Trust, Jackie O'Donnell. Thank you both for joining us. Let's start with the City of Davenport.
Okay, let's.
We've seen that the Davenport funding was $117,000, and then it's going to increase to $650,000 by the year 2023.
That's correct.
But what is this money? I mean, it seems like, wow, the city is going to throw money at the Putnam, and you're saying that's not really the case.
Well, the money is definitely going to be coming to the Putnam. That's truth. I think the question comes in when people believe maybe it's extra money, and that we'd have to talk about public-private partnerships. So over the last couple of years, 3 significant private funders in the community have been providing bridge funding to the Putnam for operations, because it's a big building and most donors aren't too excited about operational funding, which is also
lighting, infrastructure,
staff salary, where the Cultural Trust comes in, which we'll get to in a second. So the city has stepped up now to say the bridge was to them figuring out how to include the Putnam in local funding the way that the majority of museums the type and size of the Putnam are funded around the country, and the way other local institutions such as Niabi Zoo, the Family Museum, the Figge Art Museum are funded right here in our own community. So the Putnam really is just catching up to the way other institutions are funded in having public funding and significant private funding.
And the Cultural Trust is very active, involved in 6 of the major institutions?
We call them the core cultural institutions, and we do provide the operating funds that Kim is talking about. And we're very proud to have been doing this for 11 years now. And we're very proud to be part of the agreement with the city. I think that the city was looking for that kind of assurance that there would still be private money involved in the operations of the Putnam. And we were able to provide that. We've been, like I said, in existence for 11 years, and we've committed now to raising more money for our endowment in order to provide more dollars for these core cultural institutions. So we've begun a campaign to raise $12 million. We have many devoted community leaders on board to help us do that. They've come forward, and we're doing all of this because culture matters here.
$12 million goes a long way. I mean, what would that be used for?
Well, right now we're giving about almost $1 million a year to these 6 cultural institutions. Over 11 years, we've given almost $9 million. And in order to raise more money to completely meet the operations that they need to stay in a strong core. That way they can innovate, they can anticipate, and they can actually put into practice all of the programming that will help the Quad Cities become stronger and meet the needs of the populace for this type of programming for arts and culture.
Well, Kim, to put it just simply, is that you can't do it without the foundation being paid for and strong, and that's where this money in the Cultural Trust comes in, is that you can concentrate more of the cash into bringing in the innovation?
Right, the things that donors love to do. Support the exhibits the wonderful, colorful learning exhibits. The Science Center, when we created that 4 years ago, was largely privately funded. The Immerse program, where we bring students in low-income schools into the Putnam with their teacher, and they go to school at the Putnam for a week. These are 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. And we did 18 schools, 18 classrooms this year. Next year we're doing 36 because the need is there. The impact of that learning is very significant. It's being borne out in test results that the kids are having. And private donors want to invest in that type of progressive, outcome-based programming.
They want to see their money spent.
Well, but you can't do that kind of outcome-based programming. Immerse allows teachers to use the entire museum. Well, if the entire museum isn't functional because we don't have operating funds, you can't do cool things like bring exhibits or have Immerse programs. So the Cultural Trust funding and the city's funding, imperative to having a museum and other the Figge Art Museum, the Quad City Arts is new to Cultural Trust, the Botanical Center, to have the River Music Experience.
Symphony.
All of these things for people, it's so important when we're trying to recruit people to the community, when we're trying to recruit businesses to the community, and then for our residents who live here and have lived here like I have my entire life. I want my grandchildren to have those enrichment experiences.
Well, a lot of people look at the arts and say that's almost like icing on the cake rather than part of the cake. And I know that you would argue the fact that they have done studies on the economic impact of the arts, not only bringing in tourism, but bringing in people who want to live in a city that has a strong, vibrant cultural arts community.
You know, that's absolutely true. And there are plenty of studies to show that that does happen. And I talk to people all the time anecdotally. Just the other day, someone said, I was coming here from Seattle. I didn't think I wanted to come here until I came here and saw these cultural amenities. So these organizations that we support have impacted 100,000 people each year. And we want them to be able to continue to do that. Studies do show that children become more responsible citizens if they are exposed to the arts at an early age. And that's why culture matters here to us, and we want to provide that to all citizens of the Quad Cities.
I know you believe that the fundraising, the $12 million, is doable, otherwise you wouldn't be doing it. But does it worry you that when it comes to the arts, when it comes to cultural enrichment, it seems to be the same people being asked to spend money? It seems to be going to the well over and over again.
Well, surprisingly, we have quite a few people who don't ordinarily get involved publicly or in a big way. And that was our entire goal, was to find those people who we know have a passion, but just haven't been asked. And we've been very successful so far. We just started the campaign early this year before the city's agreement. The board committed to this last year, knowing that we needed a larger endowment to really make these organizations the strongest, most effective they can be.
So, we've got your utilities paid for. So, we've got the foundation paid for. Tell me what's going on for 2019 at the Putnam.
Absolutely, Jim, happy to. We have literary heroines, their times, their fashions, which is proving to be very popular and is a great way to get the community's collection, which is really what the Putnam houses, out for the community to enjoy.
And it's got to be fun also to be talking about girl power.
Well, we're having luncheons. We opened up for luncheons and a curator's talk about women's fashions during different decades and how they reflect the times and what women were allowed to do at that time. Corsets, we won't even go there right now, but yeah, it's bad. So every day, virtually from the time it opened till Christmas, we have luncheons set up for groups of women who are coming in to experience the exhibit together and have a curator talk. Wonderful, beautiful exhibit, very proud of it. Then Polar Express pajama parties.
I saw that.
It's not the holidays in the Quad Cities without Polar PJ parties. 3 of those are already sold out. The rest are quickly approaching that. They sell out every year. Then we open, on a different note, an exhibit I think is extremely important for our community, for our country, and we're very fortunate, timing-wise, that we have it now. and that's an exhibit called Race, Are We So Different? And it explores the topic of race from a scientific aspect, a historical aspect, and what is happening with race in our culture today. It was created by the Science Museum of Minnesota in association with the American Anthropological Society. It is a serious exhibit. We will have opportunities for people who are coming to the exhibit to get together in groups and discuss what they have learned in the exhibit. I would say that one of the most startling things to me was when they opened it at the Science Museum of Minnesota, one of their longtime employees said, I work in a science museum and I didn't know that race is not biological. So we expect people to have an opportunity to learn a lot, to gain a lot, and to have important dialogues about a topic that people are afraid to discuss.
And Jackie, that's got to make you proud because, I mean, the arts are supposed to be not only something that's fun and almost a way to escape reality, but also a way to bring reality straight to people.
Well, we are extremely proud to have supported these organizations for 11 years, and this is a forever campaign. We plan to be here forever to continue to support these organizations. We want to make this to be the place that you exactly want to be.
Jackie O'Donnell with the Quad City Cultural Trust, Kim Finley with the Putnam Museum. Always good to see you. 2019 is going to be an exciting year, and good luck with the fundraising.
Thank you so much.
Always.
Thank you.
In a moment, what all that bell ringing is really about. But first, here's Laura Adams, Out and About.
This is Out and About for December 10th through 16th. Augustana's annual celebration of the Festival of Sancta Lucia commemorates the Christmas holiday with traditional Scandinavian carols and poetry. The celebration is free and open to the public on December 11th. A German Christmas story exhibit takes place at the German American Heritage Center through January 13th. Strong and influential female protagonists spring from the pages of some of literature's most iconic books and into the Putnam at their exhibit Literary Heroines, Their Times, Their Fashions. The Quad City Botanical Center's garden features thousands of lights during their annual Winter Nights, Winter Lights. Bundle up and stroll through the gardens at night and then warm up at the hot chocolate bar. The Herbert Hoover Presidential Library and Museum is the site for their annual Christmas tree exhibit, or enjoy the holiday classic The Polar Express on the giant screen. Wear your PJs and take part in holiday activities for all ages December 13th through 16th. The Bucktown Review is the perfect way to help celebrate the holidays with your loved ones. Come and enjoy an evening of music and entertainment with our joyful cast December 14th, or a Celtic Christmas December 16th at the Trinity Anglican Church. Circuit 21 provides two family-friendly musicals for the holiday season, Annie and Pinocchio. And the Big River Brass Band will perform a free holiday pops concert at St. Paul Lutheran Church December 16th. For more information, visit wqpt.org.
Thank you, Laura. Kevin Carton is the frontman for the pop rock group known as Minus Six. We caught up with him when he took the stage alone performing for us at Moline's Black Box Theater. That's where he played for us an original composition he calls Jump In.
Like ivy you have spread across the contours of my thoughts. That don't seem to be the only thing you're spreading. Oh child, I pushed you out of line against what I've been taught. Are you aware I'll join you there? Where are we heading? I savor the sweet flavor of your passion fruit red lips. Your great green fruit dove eyes have me paralyzed in a glance. Yeah, this tangle we're spinning has me grinning, giddy with each dip. Not a step off beat on a where my 2 feet could dance. Why not now? I feel it growing stronger. Hurts so good, can't take it any longer. I'm diving in, I don't care where you've been. The alignment of stars takes time matching hearts. One more time, can't stop from wanting this. Best believe even before you leave, you missed inch closer still. How you liking this thrill? Don't make me guess, you know I'm a yes. Like hugs at a time, why wait? I'm your fan. Jump in. feel more. Never before have I heard such a roar. Moving your spirit, your storm makes it soar. Slapping the bass with the rhythm that kicks, feeling the vibe, get my fix. Keep on bumping, I wanna feel more. The music you score is me on the dance floor. Moving your spirit, the storm makes it soar. Slapping the strings, the keys in my heart, pounding so fast, tear me apart. Keep on bumping, I wanna feel more. Gaining speed, am I your favorite flower? Clutched upon your back, fly me away. I'll be your papoose, so mill me, fill me, grill me, and devour. Tell me what you're thinking, ma, you're looking mighty hungry today. Why not now? Feel it growing stronger, hurt so good, can't take it any longer. I'm diving in, I don't care where you've been. The alignment of stars takes time, matching hearts. One more time, can't stop from wanting this. Best believe, even before you leave, you missed inch closer still. How you liking this thrill? Don't make me guess, you know I'm a yes. Trust me when I say the water's perfect to swim. Jump in. Your fingers take firm hold of my chin, and you pull me in as you touch your nose lightly to mine. Ignite my torch, babe, you fill me with air. Like a balloon, you make me float higher than moonshine. And now I'm purring like a feline. Like Huck said, time away, I'm your fin. Trust me when I say the water's perfect to swim. After you, now I'm already stripped to my skin. Jump in, feel it growing stronger. Can't take it any longer. I don't care where you've been, where you've been. Even before you leave, you're missed. Don't make me guess, you know I'm a yes. Can't stop from wanting this.
Kevin Carton and Jump In. The Salvation Army has just opened its new Family Services location on Brady Street, just south of Locust. It's just one of the changes made by the group over the past 12 months in the cities. And with the bell ringing campaign already in progress, we wanted to know where your money is going. And joining us is Major Scott Shelbourne of the Salvation Army. Good of you to join us once again.
Thank you for having me out today.
Let's start with the bell ringing campaign, of course. I mean, everyone knows that it's Christmas time when they start hearing those bell ringings. How much are you hoping to raise this year?
Well, overall, throughout the whole Quad Cities, we're hoping to raise $825,000.
That's a huge amount of money. I mean,
yes, it is.
In the past, you've come close, but not quite made it. I mean, this is your biggest fundraising effort.
Yes, our Make a Difference campaign at Christmas time is our largest fundraising effort throughout the year. And the kettles produce about half of the total amount. The rest come in from credit card donations and donors that like to send the checks in through the mail.
And we were talking about where the money does go, and so much of the need appears to be what? Housing and homelessness? Right.
Preventing homelessness, but also people that have had a big financial hiccup in their life. Maybe they lost a job or they got injured at work and they have to be off for a couple weeks, and that causes their pay to stop, which causes a hiccup financially with them. Or maybe they can't meet their next month rent payment, and then it's hard for them to catch up. And so the Salvation Army programs are there to help intercede in those kind of things.
Because for the longest time you offered actual shelters for families in particular, and you made that change pretty much over the past year.
Correct.
How has that transition gone?
It has went really well. We've taken a lot of the resources that we used to make that building happen to preventing homelessness now. Just last week, my case managers came into me because they were so blessed by a single mom that had several kids. She was getting ready to be evicted from her apartment, had no place to go. She had got to a point where she was in between jobs, but she just got hired at a new job, but she was in the eviction process. So our case managers worked with her and used Salvation Army resources to keep her from becoming homeless, from needing shelter. And they came in and they said, Major, you should have seen the wash of hope that came over her life when we said we can help you with this situation. And that's the kind of thing that our case managers are doing day in and day out, really interceding in people's lives. And not only using Salvation Army resources, but also the resources from other agencies in which we collaborate with, is making a really big difference in people's lives.
Does it almost feel like it's a safety net then? I mean, it used to be that you were the shelter of last resort, but now you're trying to be before the last resort.
Yeah, and that's actually in our mission statement, that we want to be that safety net of services to help people get to a sustainable living situation. So since we've changed the program and how we administer it, not only are we preventing homelessness by interceding in people's lives that way, but we're also able to help with utilities and food and other things, and we've expanded those kind of situations where we help. So we're actually helping more people now than we were when we were only running the shelter and transitional housing program.
When you're talking about a goal of $825,000, if you don't make that goal, does that mean that you have to start looking at programs to cut, or what happens then?
Well, it's not about cutting programs, it's just about shifting on how we do them. So if we don't make the $825,000, we simply don't help as many people as we could. But we know about how many people have been walking in the doors, and the money really helps us to provide those kind of services, which overall everybody would agree that are needed in the Quad Cities area.
And you wonder why the need, you say, is still growing, because when the economy is getting better and unemployment is so low, you would think that the need would lessen.
Well, just because unemployment's low doesn't mean people are employed in a way that they can actually provide for their families. And the other side of that is that in the Quad Cities area, rent is actually kind of expensive. And especially when you look at wanting to get out of certain areas of town to keep your kids in better schools and things like that, rent can be kind of onerous for some families that are living right at the poverty line. And so even though employment is low and people are employed and things are happening, they just don't have quite all of the resources they need to really get to a sustainable living situation. And what our research has showed is that if we can help people with maybe a month's rent here and something else there, we can help them to start to get their own safety net, which most families, if they had as little as $1,000 in the bank, they could overcome all the little financial hiccups of major car repair, something like that in their lives. And so our case managers, especially with our Pathway of Hope case management system program, where we help people make financial goals and get to a sustainable point, those kind of things help people build up that safety net of their own, so that if something, financial hiccup happens in their lives, they can provide for themselves. And we help them with budgeting and things like that to move to that kind of thought process.
How do these people get involved in getting in touch with the Salvation Army to find that help?
Well, most often people just give us a call, or they stop by. So they can call us at 563-324-4808, or they can just stop by 100 Kirkwood Boulevard, right there off of Brady Street.
And that's your new family services center, just south of Locust Street, and that's kind of that's now kind of the headquarters, right, for people in need.
Right, and then our case managers can meet with them there, but if they're from Illinois or from Iowa, if they're closer to be out at our Davenport Core location out at 3400 West Central Park, or down 2200 Fifth Ave over in Moline, our case managers they go between all the facilities to make it easy for the folks to meet with our case managers, so we can keep helping them get to that sustainable situation.
The other role that the Salvation Army is known for, of course, is that you're one of the first to head to disaster areas as well to offer relief. This has been a tough year. We got wildfires in California. We've had a number of problems worldwide, of course. How stretched is the budget, at least locally, for help with emergency services?
Well, it does get very stretched. Part of the reason we didn't make our goals last year at Christmas time was because so many people in the area were so generous to give towards the hurricanes and help our support all throughout the Southwest and in Puerto Rico to help people, get back to some kind of normal normal situations there. In California, the Salvation Army's been hit by the fires as well. I just posted on my personal Facebook page, a picture of one of the core buildings that's been obliterated by the fire there. So our EDS teams are slowly starting to call us up to go out west to respond to the fires. But in the Illinois, Iowa area, right now we have about 10 people from this area that's volunteered to be down in the panhandle of Florida, actually helping people recover from the hurricanes down right there right now.
It's so easy to forget some of the things that have happened just weeks ago.
Yeah, and people are still trying to, the pictures that come out of there. People,
Yeah.
I know with the election and stuff, people have kind of forgotten about that stuff, but there are still a lot of people hurting down in the panhandle of Florida. So I know people are real generous and give towards that, and we need them to give locally too. And you know, everybody needs funds to make it happen. But everybody should know is if they donate dollars to the Salvation Army, they stay local here, and if they give them to one of the disasters, they go local there. And so either way, people are really generous in this community and really help us out to make sure that we're doing the most good in our communities.
Major Scott Shelburne, thanks so much for joining us at the Salvation
Thank you for
Army.
having me.
$825,000. We
Yes.
can do that, can't we?
Oh, sure.
We can do that. WQPT is doing its part to support the military men and women in the cities who are serving our nation. We call it Embracing the Military, and the holidays can be a tough time for all of us. The Department of Veterans Affairs offers its Veterans Crisis Line 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The number, 800-273-8255. They offer qualified responders who are many veterans themselves. The support is free, confidential, and available to all veterans, service members, their families, and friends. And once again, the Veterans Crisis Line is available at all times. It's 1-800-273-8255. On the air, on the radio, on the web, and on your mobile device. Thanks for taking time to join us as we talk about the issues on the cities.
Public Affairs programming on WQPT is brought to you by the Singh Group at Merrill Lynch, serving the wealth management needs of clients in the region for over 25 years.